Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Drinkin Yakkin. Sorry, I had to do that. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. Drinkin Yakkin. Yes, I do have a beer over here, but first off, I'd like to mention that I wasn't doing my live show on Tuesday for a reason. A family member, a very dear, close family member, my aunt, passed away this past Tuesday. I didn't really start the show the way I had sort of intended on it. But then again, under the circumstances, sorry, I'm just checking for text right now. So I am actually going to be dedicating the show to my aunt this evening. And her name is Judite Rego. I thought her middle name was Morgado, but apparently it isn't. So I do apologize for that. Oh, there you go. My cousin Brian, he's here. So my deepest condolences to you guys. My cousin Brian says here. Okay, perfect. So I'm glad that you're here, cuz I really appreciate you being a part of the show. Basically, I'm going to be talking a little bit about my aunt, just to kind of tell you guys a little bit about her. I am going to treat this like a regular show, so afterwards I will be doing a couple of movie reviews. Actually, more than a couple. I've got a few movie reviews, actually. Before I start that up, let me kick in the banner ads. There you go. So, obviously, I've got certain obligations to meet, but I do want to thank my family, especially my cousin Brian and my cousin Kathy, for letting me do this. I really, really appreciate this. It means a lot to me. My aunt was such a great person and such a loving, caring wife, mother, grandmother, and great-grandmother. And to you guys, to let me be able to, talk about her and show everybody what kind of a great person she was, I really appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. Tonight, again, I wasn't able to do the show on Tuesday because as soon as I heard the news, it really, really, really messed me up. She's one of the patriarchs to the family. She is definitely one of the most important family members, and the reason being is because she literally brought all the family over from Portugal. Literally. She sponsored everybody, and back in the day, that was how it worked. So I'm glad that my cousin Brian is here. Brian, feel free to make comments. In fact, if you want to call in, you know my number. I can definitely put you on the show if you want. And Kathy actually called me prior to, as I was setting up for the show, and I think she misunderstood what I was trying to say. She says she's too shy to be on the show. Now, Brian, you've been on my show many times, the Del Morgado show back in the day, and it was always awesome to have you on the show. Eric. Hey, Eric. How's it going, buddy? He says, hey. Thank you, Eric. 5-star supporter. You're awesome, buddy. And there he is right there. There's a banner right there. But ladies and gentlemen, my aunt was an unbelievable person. She was such a good person. And I am actually going to do my best, ladies and gentlemen, to not curse tonight. It's a challenge. It's a challenge. But I would like to send out a cheers to my aunt. May she rest in peace. She's now reunited with my father and my uncle and my other uncles and aunts as well. So I want to do a cheers to my aunt right now. And if anything, I'd like to give a moment of silence for her memories. So ladies and gentlemen, cheers. I guess that moment of silence is going to be short-ended. Okay, Brian's calling. Hello, Brian.
Hey, you there?
Hey, how's it going, cuz?
Oh, so this is not a thing.
What?
I'm watching it on my iPad while I'm talking to you on the phone.
Oh. You might want to turn down the volume on the iPad because it's gonna conflict, right?
Oh, it's gonna do sound back.
Yeah, it's giving me a little bit of a reverb. How you doing, cuz?
That's alright. Oh, this is gonna be weird.
Believe me, after this pandemic, I want you on the show. We got to get together. But, I mean, obviously, due to circumstances, and I just want to know how you doing, man. How's everything going?
It's, you know what, dude? Like I said to you earlier, it's like a nightmare, man.
Yeah.
It's like I'm in a bad dream that I'm waiting to wake up from.
Yeah.
We can't give my mom the proper funeral she deserves.
That's the part that's killing me, dude. It really is. Yeah. It's hurting my soul because, she's such an important person to the family.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
What exactly is going to happen? I think I saw Kathy post it, but...
Well, what the government says, because you can't get together in large numbers,
right.
We're limited to 10 people at the funeral, priests included.
Hey.
Yeah, so it's just, you know, the immediate family and what can you do? And
wow.
Yeah, I mean, it's a crazy world we're living in right now, and
yeah.
But I mean, compared to like Mary, her great uncle had passed away, and he actually passed away of COVID.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and that funeral was literally, they put him in a bag, no open casket, no procession, no ceremony, nothing.
Wow.
Straight to the graveyard, man. So I mean,
wow.
At least we're getting a viewing with just the immediate family.
Yeah.
And eventually, when this all passes, and I hope it will, and you know, and light at the end of the tunnel, we'll have a celebration of her life with the rest of the family.
Well, you know, it's funny. I'm sorry to. I mean, it is funny because your mom was such she was such a figure in the family. Like, it was unreal. Like, you know what I mean? There's nobody else like your mom.
Yeah, dude, as your dad was.
Yes,
I mean,
yes. I even said to Kathy before the show, I go, I'm going to do my darndest not to swear because your mom would get really upset at me if I swore.
yeah. Or if we got too loud.
That's right. But Brian, I'm so appreciative of you letting me, you know, dedicate the show to your mom, and Kathy gave me the blessing too. And I've just, dude, my heart reaches out to you guys. Like, this is, wow. Like, yeah. I mean, my main concern is your dad, obviously, which I kind of mentioned to a bunch of people. And, you know, is he okay?
Yeah, I mean, he's in a depression right now, as we expect. But I mean, I haven't seen him break down or anything.
Okay.
So he's surprisingly holding on very strong. But I mean, he's, you know, he just keeps saying, you know, my mom was the light of the house, and the house is dark now.
Yeah.
The sun, she was the light.
She was your dad's anchor for sure. Like, you know, we all know that, and that's why I'm sort of scared. And I hope that your dad is, you know, I hope he's okay. Like, that's kind of my biggest fear right now. So.
Yeah, my dad's strong, man. I mean, he's not, you know, it wasn't a shock.
Yeah.
So, I mean, nobody wants to see this happen, but I mean, it wasn't a shock. I mean, my mom's been in the hospital for 2 months now.
Okay.
So we've almost had time to come to grips with this.
Right.
And, you know, the suffering's done, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, there's we can take solace in that. Same with my dad, because when he passed away, he was suffering too, and you know, it's like we're. I mean, when I heard that, I was sort of sad but relieved at the same time. But it hit me, bro. I'm not gonna lie, it hit me hard, man.
I mean, I had my day when I found out. I had, you know, it hit me hard too, and you know, I've had time to kind of like just sit here and just reflect on things. And there's times where, you know, you get emotional and whatever. You know? I mean,
Well, the worst part is I can't see you guys right now and give you guys a fucking hug. Oh, jeez, I'm sorry.
Don't worry.
My bad.
It comes with the frustration, man.
Yeah. Like, I mean, that's, you know, because you guys were there for me, you know, when my dad passed, and, you know, I'll never forget that, right? So.
Well, that's what I'm saying. There will come a time, there will come a day where we'll all be able to get together with the family. And it's not just my mom's side. I mean, it's my dad's side. Yeah. My mom, I can't even count how many of my cousins are godchildren to my mother and father. Yeah. Your brother being one of them. Yeah. Your brother is the godchild of my mother's.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't even, like, I don't have enough fingers on my hands to count how many of my cousins are godchildren.
Yeah. Well, your mom and your dad have left behind one big hell of a legacy. Like, you know, it's a gigantic family, you know, and she's a great grandmother too. Like,
twice now.
Sorry?
Twice. Both
twice. Oh my God! I didn't know it was 2 times. I thought it was just once.
Yeah, they're just recently had a child too. Last week. They had a baby boy.
Yeah.
And Candace had a little baby girl. So I mean, Ellie is, how old is Ellie now? 6 months.
Oh my God, that's incredible. No. Well, I mean, I hate to ask. You don't have to answer, obviously.
August. She makes a year in August.
Oh, okay, okay.
I don't know what the month is. How many months that is from August?
Right.
And Michael is Derek's son. He's just recently been born. What, last week?
Okay.
Yeah, last week. So Still's a grandpa now, and Kathy's a grandma.
Wow.
And my mom was a great grandma from twice over now.
Wow. Now, I was starting to mention this, but you were still talking. Sorry. I was going to ask if you don't mind sharing, unless it's a problem. You don't have to say anything, but can you tell what happened? Like, can you tell me what happened? I mean, I know
it wasn't COVID related.
Okay, I can live with that.
It wasn't COVID related. It wasn't cancer. It's just she had complications where she had to go to the hospital.
Right.
And just, I mean, 6 years ago she had a thing with her heart.
Right.
And even then we were worried that maybe that might have been her time then.
Right.
But she got some stents done.
Okay.
And, we were blessed with some extra time with my mom.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And, it was just too much for her heart. And just, the doctors told us that she started having water in her organs and stuff. And just, yeah, I mean, we kind of knew it was coming, right?
Yeah. Plus, I mean, she was in her, what was it, early or late 80s, or was it like early 90s?
Late 80s. In August, she would have been 88.
Wow. See, I knew she was in her late 80s. I knew she wasn't 90 yet. Your dad is 90 though, isn't he?
Turning 90 in June.
Oh, he's turning 90 in June. Oh, wow.
Yeah, in June. Wow. The big 90-year-old.
The big 90.
And he always said, and my dad, if I make it there.
Right.
That's his saying, So,
yep.
I mean, God willing, God bless, he'll make it in, a couple more months. And he's going to hit the 90.
Yeah. Well, I love your parents, man. Your parents are like my parents. Like, that's how close we are, like.
Of course.
And this fucking, sorry, I'm swearing again. It's so difficult not to.
No, I know. I get it, bro.
But I mean, it's just so, it kind of threw everything for a loop, and I was just like, dude, when I heard the news, this was on Tuesday, like when I woke up at like 1 o'clock, immediately I was like, I completely shut down.
Oh yeah, of course.
Like I was like, well, what the hell? Like I didn't even know if it was real or not, and I mean, sorry if I texted you a bunch of times, but obviously through the circumstances, But I'm glad that you called in, man. This is great. I mean, I really appreciate it. So, I gotta ask, is there any funny stories you want to tell?
No, I mean,
just
I'm not in the mood to be funny.
Okay, I kind of figured, but I was just curious to know if
there will be a time where we can tell some good stories. And stuff like that.
Okay.
And my mom was a character.
Yes.
And you know how we are.
Yes.
She was us Morgatos, that's how we are. We're all characters. Like your dad, he was the life of the party too.
Oh yeah.
It's the Morgato way almost to be, I don't want to use the word clown, but
lives of the party.
Lives of the party. Exactly.
Yeah. Well, bro, I mean, I wish I was, I wish I could like see you and give you a hug and fucking,
Yeah.
I mean, I was actually very happy to see you were a little bit better today, because I noticed on Facebook you were making posts and whatnot, so I figured it would be the easy way to approach you, because I mean, I was afraid to, because Well,
it's my way to deflect, you know me.
Yes, that's why I'm doing the show. This is like therapy to me, right?
Yeah. My way to deflect it's like you say, it's therapy. It's like a therapeutic thing.
Yep.
Instead of crying with one emotion, you're laughing with another.
That's right. Mind you, I mean, I was sort of debating doing it tonight, but I was just like, I kind of have to get my mind off of things, and here we are talking about it, but at least we're talking about it, which kind of helps, you know what I'm saying? It's, But, bro, I really appreciate you calling in. We gotta get you on the show eventually, obviously, so.
And if I can, since I have this forum, just to thank everyone for the condolences and well wishes and prayers. And some of the things that people have put out there have really touched me.
Yeah.
Emotionally.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it's just some beautiful stuff. I mean, for me to rattle off them all right now, off the top of my head, I can't.
Right.
But some people said some stuff that was very touching, and I just want to take this moment.
Yeah.
Whether they hear it or not, whatever. Thank you, and
Mm-hmm.
it's very nice. Very nice.
Oh, are you kidding? There was some stuff that I read too that just, I kind of broke down too because it was amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Like the support from the family is just incredible. Like, I mean, we're all there for each other, and it's so nice to know that our family is here for us. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's.
Yeah, I mean, I heard from people I didn't even almost like I wouldn't even expect them to say anything, but they said something, and it's very nice, and thank you.
Yeah, of course, yeah. So there you go, guys. Brian says thank you to you guys. So, yeah, I mean, I'm sure that, I don't even know if Kathy's watching it. Do you know if Kathy's watching?
Well, I don't know if she has a YouTube channel, but I mean, eventually, when you finish this thing, you can send her the link, and then she can watch the show or whatever.
Yeah, she made a comment, because I made a comment saying that I would be there in spirit for your mom's funeral, but I didn't want to promote it. It didn't feel right. Like, I didn't want to promote this. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, this is not about promotion. This is about, dedicating the show to your mom. It's not, I don't want to, I don't want people to watch this, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it would feel weird.
It's a tribute. It's not a... I get what you're saying, yeah.
Yeah, like, I felt really weird saying... And that's why I personally messaged her, because I was like, dude, I'm not here to, promote. This is not, this is not a publicity stunt. She was an incredible woman, and, and, I mean, she raised... How many kids were in your family?
Oh, I mean, what are you talking about? Immediate, just my siblings, or are we talking about
just your siblings, brothers and sisters.
Well, I got 2 of each, including me. It's 5.
That's what I thought. Okay.
And then I had one brother. I had another brother, but he didn't. He passed away early as a baby.
Yeah.
Was it? I'm not sure. He died of something as a baby.
Right.
So he didn't make it. So I mean, technically there was 6 of us.
Right.
But 5 of us in total, and then not to mention grandchildren. I mean, my mom helped raise pretty much all the grandchildren.
Oh wow!
She had a hand in all the raising of all the grandchildren, and I was almost, I was there too to help, just deal out some shots too if need be. Right?
Shots meaning drinks, guys. We're not condoning violence, but
a double or two.
A double or two, yes. No, but your mom she brought everybody literally into the country. I was mentioning that at the beginning, and she literally brought every single family member into the country. Like, what she did for the Morgatos, Regos.
Well, that's the ongoing joke. Everyone always says, my dad is like, he's like the president of the family.
Yes.
And because my mom is married to my dad, she is like the first lady.
Yes.
And we would always say that. And I think Kathy mentioned that at Candace's wedding in her speech.
Oh, I don't even remember that. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, I think Kathy, she explained that when she did her speech at Candace's wedding.
Right.
How, my dad is like the president of the family.
Yeah.
Because he was responsible. He was the one. I think he's actually one of the first landed immigrants to come to Canada from Portugal.
Really?
Yeah, I think he's like right up there as one of the first to come from Portugal.
Wow.
And doing so, he opened the doors to our family.
Yeah.
And it's not just from our mom's side, or the Morgado side, but also from his side. And it's just, and every cousin. It's funny though, because all my first generation cousins from my dad's side are all in their like 50s and 60s.
Right. Because
I'm the youngest of the youngest.
Yes.
So, I mean, my dad was the youngest son of his family. And
right.
I'm the youngest son of my dad's family.
Wow.
And it's funny because all my cousins, my first cousins, are basically in their 50s and 60s, and they tell me all these stories, and they say, your father, and that's why they have so much respect for my dad.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Because he brought them to this country. He made a life for them.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And and then my mom passing, and like I said, some of those people were the examples of some of the nice things they said, because they had so much respect for my mom and my dad. Both.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, you know what's weird is after my father passed away, I actually got a lot of stories from people that I didn't even know. And, you know, as I said to you, I mean, I know exactly what you're going through, so you're going to get a lot of those stories coming up.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and it's just incredible to hear some of the stuff that these people have accomplished, like, you know. So I'm sure that you're going to get those moments where you're going to hear stories that your mom had done something that, you know, you didn't even know of. And it's like, oh my God, like, did she really do that? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's.
I've heard stories already. Like I was saying, like I've heard stories from my cousins, and they're just like, it throws me for a loop, but it's funny. Like you know what I mean? It's gonna. Yeah, I can see some good stories coming out of this. And,
oh yeah. Well, you're gonna hear a lot. I mean, obviously. Obviously through. Because of this pandemic crap, we're gonna get together. I think I assume after this is all said and done, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, I was just talking. I was talking to my wife earlier. I was saying, when this is over and done with, we're gonna have something. They're gonna call it COVID Day. Like instead of Memorial Day, we'll have a Corona Day or whatever.
Right.
And it's gonna be a worldly celebration, and you know, everyone's gonna have time to reflect and everything else. I mean, it's not gonna last forever, but I mean, whatever. Time we all gotta stay safe. Yeah. We gotta follow the rules, stay at home, and don't be stupid. And let's get. You know, you want to end this, then end it.
Amen. You know? Amen. Well, fuck. I mean, I wish I could be there, and you know, this sucks. It totally sucks. Like you know.
No, well, it's just it's bittersweet right now.
Yeah. Fuck. Well, I mean, despite the situation, it might be a little bit easier because then you don't have to really go through the rigmarole of a funeral in that aspect. Like, because you know how sometimes it can be really painful, right? So
yeah, yes and no, because again, it's not fair to my mom.
No.
But eventually, we will do the proper send off.
Okay.
You know, it is what it is, and that's what sucks right now.
Yeah.
With what's going on in the world, that we can't give her a proper send off.
I know.
And we do what we can do with what's going on now.
Right.
And whatever, and later on we'll do it properly and give her the proper tribute.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We can't do it right now. Can't do it like even now, man. I'm like I said, I got a great nephew now, just recently born,
right?
And a great niece, and it kills me that I can't go see them and give them kisses and hugs.
Oh, I know.
But this is the world we live in right now, and it's new norm.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? And once this is over and done with, the light at the end of the tunnel, it will make it that much sweeter.
Yeah.
When we finally do it. You know
Good
what I mean?
Good point, man.
Won't take it for granted.
Yeah.
And when we do it, we'll appreciate it.
Oh,
because we've been lacking that. You give a starving man a cracker, it's going to be the best cracker he ever ate in his life, man.
Absolutely. To quote the great Eddie Murphy. But you're right. I mean, we're definitely gonna appreciate the hell out of each other after all this is said and done, because, you know, right now, I mean, I think we've taken too many things for granted.
Yeah.
And this has sort of opened our eyes to make us realize how important, you know, human contact really is, right? So.
Well, I'm going to let you get back to your show. We're probably boring all your friends.
No, dude, hey, you know what?
I think Kathy's trying to...
No, man, this is dedicated to your mom. I mean, I love the fact that you called in, and I really appreciate it, because it makes it easier for me, dude. Like, seriously, it does. Like, I mean, I wasn't really in the right mindset to do a show, but I sort of, you know, I'm one of those types. Like, I kind of have to, because, you know what I mean? It gets my mind off of things for a while, and... You know, it's like a coping mechanism, if you will, right?
Yeah.
So, but thank you so much, Brian. I really appreciate it. And again, my deepest condolences to you, bro. Like, seriously, man. You're like a brother to me, man.
Yeah, likewise, bro. You guys, we all grew up like brothers.
Yeah.
I say it all the time. We're more brothers than cousins.
Amen, man. Amen to that. Fuck. I just hope you pull through this, man. Be strong, brother. I know you can.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
Thank
man.
you.
All right, thanks again, Brian. Seriously.
Hold on.
Oh.
Oh, Kathy wants to be on the call. Can you somehow get Kathy in?
I guess. Hold on. Is she trying to call in?
No. Tell her to call me.
No. You just add call.
Oh, hold on. Let me see if I can do it on my end. So add call.
Oh, yeah. If you can somehow do that. I can't do that on my phone.
Okay, hold on. Kathy, so.
I would love to have Kathy be a part of it.
Okay, hold on. I'm calling her now. Let's see.
Okay.
It's gonna.
Uh-oh. Oh, okay. We're still with them. Well, ladies and gentlemen, just to bring you up to speed as to what's going on, my aunt passed away.
No, are you there?
Yeah, we're here.
Kat, are you there?
I'm here.
Oh, there she is. Hi, Kathy. Hi.
Hi, Del. Hi, Brian.
You said you were shy. I'm surprised you're willing to call in.
I am shy, but you moved me to be a part of it because I'm just so overwhelmed and so appreciative of what you're doing.
Well, absolutely. I mean, I'm not, again, I felt really weird when you asked me to say it on the comment, and I don't want to promote my show like this. This is not the way to promote.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I'm not a pro at this, so I don't know how it works.
Oh.
Did I say anything that I shouldn't have said, Kat?
Pardon me?
Have you been watching along on YouTube?
Well, no, because I didn't subscribe, so I didn't know how to watch along.
Oh, no, you don't have to subscribe. All you have to do is just click on that link I gave you, and then you could watch the show live.
Yes, but what it did is it gave me the show from earlier today.
Really?
That's what I did happen to me too, Del. I had to text you and find out what's going on.
Oh, well, if you go now, Kathy, you can refresh go on the link now, and you'll see the show as it's happening.
Okay, let me see.
Yeah, try it out.
Yeah, don't hang up.
Yeah, don't hang up.
Oh, but then it might hang me up though, right?
No. It has nothing to do with the phone.
Do it on a separate thing on your iPad or something.
Yeah, or your computer. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, just watch it back later.
That's hilarious. I'll watch it back later. Don't worry.
Okay. I'll send you the link afterwards. No, Brian and I, we were talking with the utmost respect, obviously, right? So, yeah. Kathy, while I got you, how is everything? You okay?
I'm hanging in.
Okay.
I have my moment.
That's good to know. My condolences goes out to you. I really.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm honored that you guys let me, at least talk about this situation on the show, and it's really tough for the whole family, and I'm just glad that you guys are willing to let me talk about it at least,
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't want this to get, I didn't want to give you a link and be like, oh, the show is on at 9 o'clock. Like, I didn't want it to be like that, so that's why I emailed you personally, and I was like, I gave you the details, and I mean, it's up to you if you want to share it with family and stuff, but I feel weird promoting it,
I get it.
Yeah.
Are you getting comments from your viewers?
No. I guess it's because I don't normally do the show on a Thursday night, so I think maybe they're not really tuned in right now, but I mean, let me check if I should have some viewers. Oh yeah, I got viewers. Guys, feel free to say hi. We've got the family members of my aunt here, the immediate, daughter and son. If you guys want to make comments, give your condolences, please. It's an open forum, so, But I really appreciate you.
Hey, Kat, I was telling Del the story about how Mom is the first lady of the family.
Yes.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah,
that's the best story ever.
Yeah, she definitely brought in the whole everybody, like everyone.
Yeah, but the funniest thing about that story is that she was, I guess, a very old school, traditional Portuguese woman.
Oh, yeah.
But yet she was so well versed with modern day comment to terminology. And,
yes.
And I don't know, I didn't hear the part that, Brian shared, but right. It was pretty comical when it happened. And she had the whole room laughing.
Oh yeah, your mom was something else, man. And she always used to tell us to be quiet too, which was hilarious because we
were too loud.
Yeah, she would be partying though, and then she's telling us to keep it down. Your mom was like I was saying to Brian, I don't know if you heard it, but your mom was like my mom. Like we all had that connection, right?
I'm still watching. Oh, apparently Still's watching right now.
Who?
Silverio.
Oh, Sil! Oh my God! If you have a way to say hi to him, say hi. Oh well, I'll say hi. Hi, Silverio. One of the other sons of the family. I don't think he's got my number though. I'd love it if he could call in. That would be great.
Well, I don't know if I could add him, but I don't know if he wants to. I think he said he doesn't want to. Yeah, Mary said he doesn't want to.
Okay, fair enough. I appreciate you guys, like, you know, telling people about this. Again, I have to do this because this is my sort of therapy, if you will. You know, and I was going to do a show on Tuesday, but after I heard the news, I was like, I completely shut down. Like, you know what I mean? It was really rough for me, and I mean, even now, I'm still having a hard time doing it, but thanks to you guys, this is actually helping big time, so I appreciate it. I really do.
Yeah, for sure.
Amazing.
Yeah, Kathy, Brian, you guys had an incredible mother, and she was such an amazing person. Like, you know what I've noticed, and this is something, like, throughout the years, that everybody was afraid to upset your mom. You know what I mean? They didn't care about their own parents per se, but it's like they didn't want to upset your mom. I was one of them. Like, I was definitely one of them. I'm like, oh man, like, I don't want to upset Brian's parents.
How many times did you come over and my parents, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we hung out a lot. Yeah, but I mean, I can't wait to see you guys and give you guys big hugs. Like, seriously, like, that's the toughest part right now, because you know, it's like, I want to see you guys, obviously, the situation, right? So.
Yeah, that's really, really, really hard at this time for everyone, you know, impacted, and it's just not okay.
Yeah. It's crazy, man.
Okay.
It's not cool, man. Well, I was asking earlier, with Brian, the question. I guess Kathy, I'll ask you as well. Like, is everything? Like, how's your dad handling everything right now? Is he?
Well, this is very difficult for him.
Yeah.
Their relationship is 72 years long.
Wow.
And for my dad, you know, it's very difficult not having her around anymore.
Yeah.
And his sense of humor actually comes out every once in a while, because he said to me that, you know, if his marriage was lousy and he didn't have a great relationship with our mother, that he would have been like, you know, get lost, get out of here,
Yeah.
see you later.
Right.
But because they had such a great relationship, he says it's very hard not to have his companion with him, and you know, not to see her in her chair anymore.
Yeah.
And you know, it's hard. It's really hard. He's almost 90. He's going to be celebrating that in June.
Yeah. I hope he gets there. I'm praying right now. Like, you know, like.
For sure.
Yeah.
And then December would have been their 65th wedding anniversary, so it was a big year for them this year. So.
Well, I was honored to be DJ at their 50th anniversary, and that's the photo I actually found. And
that's amazing.
Yeah, like I you know, we. You know, we have such a great family, and it's like, you know, to one of our patriarchs. You know, your mom is definitely a patriarch in the family, and like to have her pass is like, we've lost a big chunk of the family, and it's so sad. Like, you know, it's.
Yeah, you know what? My biggest memory of your father and my mother.
Yeah.
Is Christmas. It's Christmas.
Yes.
And your father, basically, in our family, was Father Christmas.
Yes.
But my mother was the female version of that, and. You know, it's a really funny story that, you know, you can laugh about this one, but it's true.
Yeah.
So 2 years ago, when she suffered with heart failure, she came home, and my other brother, Joe, had put up the Christmas tree, and that was the year that he decided that he was going to take all those little saints that you get at the funeral home.
Oh, yeah.
And stuck them all around the tree, and my mother thought it was the most beautiful shrine, and it was a tribute to all our family members that had passed.
Oh, wow.
And here comes the funny part. She said, while I'm alive, that tree is never coming down.
Yes.
So here we are 6 years later. The tree is still up in the living room with all the pictures of all the family and friends that have passed.
That's amazing.
It's still there.
Oh, wow. I didn't even know about that. Oh, man, that's amazing. Wow.
There you go. That's proof. There's proof at how much she loved Christmas.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, we weren't able to go see her the past 2 years because my mom is in rough shape. And then, you know, it was kind of heartbreaking for me because I liked going there on Christmas Day and then hearing all the old stories and that kind of thing. And, you know, once my mom, you know, she can't walk that well, so it was very difficult to, you know, upstairs and downstairs. But yeah, I used to love going to hang out at Christmas to see your mom and dad, like, you know.
I know, you tried to continue the tradition. And
yeah.
I'll be watching.
Okay, I got some movie reviews. I don't know if you're going to like those, but at the end of the show, I do have something special for you guys at the end of the show, so, yeah.
Okay, I'll definitely watch. Wait, what's this? Oh, Still said he just lost his feed. I don't know.
Oh, shit. I think I did. Hold on.
Watching too. Still's watching too, so.
Okay, hey, Sil, how's it going, man?
We'll watch and make some comments.
Yeah, please. Oh, keep the comments coming. I love comments, so.
Okay, bro.
All right, bro. Thank you again, man.
Okay, bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye. Well, there you have it, guys. Again, I'm speechless over here. Thank you guys so much. Brian, Kathy, you guys are incredible. Silverio, I should say. Silverio, thanks for watching as well. Feel free to make comments, guys. I do have to treat this like a regular show because I had a whole bunch of movies that I had to review. But your mom was incredible. Her name is, in Portuguese, it's Judite, which translates to Judith. Probably in English would probably be the best way to translate it to Judith. And incredible woman, just a strong woman. Like, I've never met anybody as strong as her. She literally kept the family together for such a long time, and I wasn't kidding when I said that, you know, to lose her is like losing one of the biggest pieces of the family, and it's so unfortunate. But I mean, the worst part is this whole COVID thing, because, you know what I mean? Like, I won't be able to say goodbye to her, you know? And I mean, it is a sad thing to see somebody in that condition, but that's sort of the way that you can, you know, say goodbye in your own special way. And we won't be able to get that opportunity, which is very unfortunate, and it sucks because, you know, she was such a great person that, you know, it's just unfortunate that it happened during this particular time, and it's unbelievable. But ladies and gentlemen, man, okay, you know what? I need a drink. I was giving away, I was giving a moment of silence, and I'm so happy that Brian called. But ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to take a moment of silence right now, in honor of my aunt. So I'm going to give it a nice, you know, few seconds, if not, and give a nice moment of silence. And I've actually got something later on at the end of the show, specifically for my aunt. Of course, I got permission to do this. So cheers to you guys, and I appreciate you guys watching. So a moment of silence. I can't keep it going on for too long, guys. I'm sorry. I'm afraid that if I keep it going for too long, I'm going to break down over here. I don't want to do that. It's not the first time. I've actually had that happen before where I've broken down on the show. Broken down like a bad, you know, cart. You know, oh, actually, I didn't even see this comment here, but Kathy made a comment. She says, "Thanks, Del, for the heartfelt sentiments to my mom. I know she is shining down on you now. She loved you very much." Oh, I absolutely loved her. She was a very, very strong person, and it was just, you know, incredible. And, you know, it's very, very sad to know that she's no longer with us. And to, you know, every time I would go to a wedding, I'd be all happy because I knew I was going to see my aunt and my uncle. And, you know, I love seeing them. Even Christmas time, I would always go to them. And, you know, my mom, like I was saying earlier, she had some health issues as well. And she wasn't able to walk as much, and we sort of had to kind of almost kill the tradition. But it's a very tough time, and I do thank you guys for, you know, bearing with me during this. But then again, I mean, the Drinkin Yakkin, you know, it's a real show. You know, we do have emotions, and I'll never forget when I was at Kitchener Comic Con, we were talking about my friend Michael Fox, who passed away, and his family was there. And when someone passed me the photo and I said I wanted him to be reunited with the family, I broke down, man. I broke down like a bad Ford. you know, and I just kind of like, and I honestly don't want that to happen now. That moment of silence, I was sort of like, you know what I mean? Like, you start thinking things and you're like, ugh. All right, so what I'm going to do, and I normally do on my Tuesday shows, which is what this is all about. I wasn't able to do my show on Tuesday, but I am here today. As the old expression goes, and I know it sounds pretty weird to say, but the show must go on, and, you know, I kind of have to do this. I know I said this a bunch of times, but it's almost like therapy to me, because it, you know, it allows me to, you know, get out frustrations and things of that nature, especially if I review a horrible movie. So I'm going to review a few movies right now, some of the movies I've seen in the past weeks. Obviously, due to the beer virus, as I like to call it, I've been home, so I've been watching a lot of movies, and I've been catching up. Oh, Eric says, very moving. Thank you, brother. Thank you so much for watching, dude. I'm just checking my phone for... excuse me. I thought I could do it without swearing, but I do apologize for cursing. It's just... it's tough. It's second nature to me sometimes. You know, and especially because of the situation... obviously, some words will pop up that I don't really want to pop up sometimes, and I'm trying because, you know, my aunt was very much religious, and, you know, she didn't like it when people cursed and things of that nature. So I'm trying to be, you know, obviously as respectful as possible. I'm not wearing my usual clothes, if you will, just because out of respect. I was actually going to wear, like, a black shirt and tie. I thought that would have been pushing it a little bit, but, you know... I didn't put any of my advertisings or anything like that. I didn't put up any of my promotion, again, out of respect. This is not really a typical show of Drinkin Yakkin, by the way. Usually, if you guys tune in, it's a little bit more upbeat. Obviously, due to the circumstances, you know, I kind of had to do the show. Just, you know, kind of get some stuff out. Anyways, so right now... I'm going to do a few movie reviews. I got quite a bit to go through here, so just bear with me. Some of these movies I might get a little emotional. No, I'm kidding. I'll try my best not to be too rough here, but we might as well kick it off with the first one here, and I saw this one about a week ago, and this one's called The Spy Who Dumped Me. I don't know if you guys have ever seen this movie. I'm forgetting, there you go, Kate McKinnon and Mila Kunis. Or Kunis, or Kunz. Anyways, Spy Who Dumped Me. That's the first one on the list tonight. And I saw this movie, and I went in not expecting anything. I didn't know if this was going to be a good movie or not. I sort of got it a while back, and I was curious to see it. And I gotta say, Mila, they usually make her look like, you know, all sexy and stuff in movies. And this one, they made her look very plain Jane, which kind of threw me off. And I was just like, really? Okay. Usually they try to make her out to be like this hot, sexy girl and whatnot. But I gotta say, Kate McKinnon, I think that's how you pronounce her name. She was fantastic. She was awesome. Like, I laughed when I saw this movie. This movie was fun, man. It was a lot of fun. And it was just so many unexpected scenes. And it was just out of control. There was so much going on, and I'm sitting there like, all right, I know I'm missing a lot of things, but it's like, it was just a fun, fast-paced, and my favorite scene, I don't give away details. My favorite scene was the Uber guy. That was the part that, like, literally killed me. I was dying. Like, I was laughing so hard. And, okay, let me give it a rating. For the first-time viewers, this is basically what I do, is sometimes I'll review movies. This movie, honestly, I think it's 100% 5-star. It's just a fun, all-around movie. It's just outrageous. It's crazy. You know, there's a lot of cool scenes, and it's like a spy movie, but mixed with something else. You know, I can't really describe. But it's just a good movie, man. And yeah, I had a lot of fun watching this one. I love Kate McKinnon. She's funny as hell. Like, every time I see her in a movie, I'm like, it's gonna be a good one. So yeah. Oh, there we go. Brian says she's from Saturday Night Live. Yes, sir. Yes. That's where she originally came from, and she's done a bunch of movies since. So she's great. So all around, great movie. Trust me, you guys won't be disappointed with this one. So let's move on to the next one. Oh, hold on. Let me get rid of the stars there. We don't need that just yet. Captain Fantastic with Viggo Mortensen or Mortensen. from Lord of the Rings. He was also in Green Book. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that movie as well. This movie was amazing. I was looking for a story movie. This is what happened like a week ago. I was looking for a good story movie, and I actually heard about this one online. I can't remember how I found it, but I think I was looking at some interview from the past, and I stumbled across this one, and I was just like, oh my god, like I was like, maybe this movie might be right up my alley, because I wanted a nice, good, strong story movie. Oddly enough, this is about death, which obviously we're going through right now, at least my family is, and myself. But this one is a very, very heartwarming, just amazing movie. Like, the story, it's a little odd. There's a couple of weird things in the movie that you're kind of sitting there like, okay, I didn't know they were going to go in that direction. But all in all, the performances were incredible. There were a lot of, like, just amazing scenes. Like, it just, great movie. Like, I really, really enjoyed watching this. And it was a nice, slow-paced, but entertaining movie. And that's what I was looking for. I was looking for that. Oh, man, I was so disappointed when I saw that Manchester by the Sea. Oh, that movie's so bad. But this one definitely lived up to its standards, at least the standards that I had sort of wanted for a film. So right there. I always have trouble with this, but 5 stars all the way for Captain Fantastic. I love this movie beginning to end. It was just such a good movie. Just everything was good about it. You know, and there's, I can't say. I'm not one to give away scenes, but let's just say it's a bit off, but it's worth it. It's 100% worth it, and you will not be disappointed if you watch Captain Fantastic. And Viggo, I love Viggo Mortensen. I think that's how you say it. Morgans, I don't know, I'm guessing. Sam, there we go. There, I was wondering where she was. She says, hey, old man. Hello, young lady. Yes, welcome to the show. Sam, you missed the first half. My family had called in. My aunt had passed away, and I am dedicating the show in her memory. But I am doing my regular stuff because obviously I didn't do my show on Tuesday. So right now I'm sort of just doing the reviews right now to kind of get my mind off of things for a little while. It's like when we talk about the whole COVID thing, you know, it's like this is to get my mind off of things when I review movies. So anyways, just to keep you up to speed there, Sam. Next movie on the list, one you'd probably never expect me to watch, but this one is called Brother Sun, Sister Moon. This movie was done way back. Like, this is back in the late 70s this movie was done. And for those of you that don't know what this movie is, it's based on the story of St. Francis. St. Francis of Assisi. If you guys don't know who that is, look him up. Okay? I saw this movie, Jesus. I was in high school, so that was over 20 years ago. Way over 20 years ago. Like 30 years ago, easy. I saw this movie, and back in the day, I felt a little different when it came to the religion movies or religious movies. When I was younger, I was more open to the religious films. Watching this one as you get older, I was sort of like, okay, they're doing a little too much here. For those of you who don't know the story of St. Francis, I don't really want to give it away. Mind you, this movie's been around for decades upon decades, so if you haven't heard of it, again, I'm not really super religious. I've had a lot of things that have happened in my life that have sort of made me that way, and it's unfortunate. But I watched this movie, and after all the years, there was only one scene that I recalled from this, watching it like 30 years ago. And I still remembered that scene, but I forgot about another scene, and that's the scene where I was like, damn. Slow. This movie is slow. Like, I'm talking almost in reverse. But it's a good story. For those of you who don't know the story of St. Francis, it's a great story. But the movie just wasn't enough to really keep my attention there, if you will. I kind of lost focus a few times because a lot of singing in this movie. And it was just singing that got to a point where I'm like, okay, guys, you've sung too much. This is way too much. Like, it just got to a point where I was just like, all right, I get it. The story was strong, though, but the movie itself, I'm not a big fan. I hate to admit it, but It didn't really do anything for me. Oh, Sam, she says, sorry, I didn't get informed you were doing a show today. Yeah, see, this is not my regular scheduled show. And Sam says, my YouTube app didn't inform me. That's okay. I mean, this was sort of, again, because I missed my show on Tuesday, I had to do a show, you know, and because of the events that happened on Tuesday, finding out that my aunt passed away, mentally couldn't do it. There was no way. I completely shut down on Tuesday. And the reason I did a show tonight was because of the main reason that the whole adage of the show must go on, but at the same time, I wanted to dedicate it to my aunt. So I kind of wanted to do this because, yeah, if that makes any sense. So, yeah, there you go. So anyways, okay, Brother, Sun, Sister Moon, to give it a rating. Sorry, but it did nothing for me. I was not a fan of the movie. The story was pretty good. It was very good, but I don't know, man. It didn't work. It didn't work for me. So, after watching that one, and I know that's a bad review, a lot of people will probably hate me for giving that review, but it just did nothing for me. So, oddly enough, after watching that one, like an idiot, and I'm sure you guys can see where this is going to go, I decided to watch this one. Now, I remember this movie advertised, oh my god, years ago. And I used to see this in a lot of adult magazines, and it was actually the movie was produced by an adult magazine. Again, I'm trying to be respectful here. But this movie is awful. This movie's awful. And I saw the unrated version, and let me tell you, I hated this movie beginning to end. There was nothing good about this movie. Nothing. I was hoping to see, again, a good story movie. I had no idea that this movie was going to be what it was. It was basically a mainstream adult film. That's what it was. And it was horrible. It was horrible adult content. I'm sitting there going, ugh, I didn't need to see that. You know, and it's just, oh, God, the whole movie itself was just a travesty. I hated every single second of this movie. I was trying to watch it. And it got to the point where I was just done. I was done. I was like, I can't watch this thing anymore. I can't watch it. I actually got to the point where I said, screw this. I stood up, sat down in my chair, which was a crappy chair, which is now my new chair. I got up and I literally started forwarding through it. That's how bad it was. And I was just just so that I can say that I've sort of seen it, so that if people ever were to come at me, which I doubt it, and I was just like, God, when's this movie going to be over? Piece of garbage. Just a flat out piece of garbage. Probably, I wouldn't say the worst movie ever made, but definitely on the top 10 list of worst movies ever made. So, undoubtedly, 1 star. No doubt in my mind. Just a piece of garbage. Let's get rid of that. Don't need to talk about that anymore. Speaking of garbage. Like an idiot, again, I've had this one on my list for a long time. I decided to watch this one. Hold on. I don't want to go off on this, and I'm trying my best not to go off, but this movie was garbage too. I'm sorry. It was... Mind you, there was one scene in particular that made me laugh really well. Only one scene. But the movie itself... And here's the interesting part. I'm watching 21 Jump Street. Halfway during the movie, I literally paused it to see the original series. I actually went on YouTube and looked up the original series of 21 Jump Street to see if it was as awful as this movie was. Okay? I went online and I was looking at it and I'm just sitting there going, this is nothing like the original series. Now, I sort of scanned through the original series, but the original series was a lot more serious. It had a lot more... It had jokes. There were jokes, but it wasn't like this. This was horrible. Oh, sorry, I'm pointing in the wrong direction. Chips was better than this one. And the scary part is they made a sequel, which I'll get to that in a second. But in all honesty, if it wasn't for that one scene that made me laugh out loud, I'd give it a worse rating. But I'm sticking with a 2. Just because there's 2 idiots. Sorry, it's just this movie just did nothing for me. It was bad. It was bad. And then I, like an idiot, I decided to watch the second one, 22 Jump Street. And I'm sitting there going, oh, God. Like, do I really want to see a part 2? Now, because I grabbed it, sometimes I feel that, I guess, duty to watch it. I needed a movie to go brain dead. Because I really wanted a brain dead movie, and this one was right up the alley. Again, they had another big funny scene, but that was it. The movie itself, again, fell flat. I cannot believe they made a sequel. But I'm not even going to waste my time on this one. I'm going to give it the same rating. Same garbage. Just did nothing for me. Sorry, Brian. I don't know if you like these movies. I don't even know if you're still there. But, yeah, it just did nothing for me. So, anyways, next movie on the list, Skin Deep, with John Ritter. Rest in peace, John Ritter. I love John Ritter. I saw this movie, again, many years ago. And I remembered, again, 2 scenes. There were 2 scenes that I remembered from this movie. I'm not going to say anything in case you guys decide to watch this one. But, hold on. Oh, Brian is still with me. Okay, cool. He says, it's worth watching for the cameo. You said duty. Yes, you're right. The cameo is definitely worth it. Absolutely. I don't want to give away what the cameo is, but you're right. It is worth watching it. But Skin Deep, I remembered, I think, 2 scenes from this movie. And I loved the scenes that I remembered. They were enough for me to be like, yeah, I definitely have to watch this thing again. So I got a new copy of it, and I decided to watch it again. And, again, opinions change when you get older, but not with this one. I saw this movie, again, I'm always pointing in the wrong direction. I saw this movie, and just like I loved it back when I was younger, I once again loved this movie again, watching it, as a 45-year-old man, as opposed to a 22-year-old man, I guess at the time, if you want to consider me a man. But, opinions again change. So I watched it, I loved it, just like I did when I saw it originally. And there was a couple of extra scenes that I completely forgot about. I can't believe I forgot about them. But this movie has at least 4 scenes where you will literally bust out laughing. Like, it's such a good movie. And the story is what makes the movie so good, too. It's such a nice, heartwarming story. And John Ritter is fantastic. He was one of those actors that was, I guess, sort of underappreciated back in the day. Obviously he did Three's Company, great show. And, it was just he's a great actor. And he's done a lot of things since. But when it came to Skin Deep, this movie was just a great story, a nice heartwarming story. Funny scenes. There's some funny-ass scenes in there. I'd say 5 of them that'll just, you'll bust your gut laughing. There was something missing. There was a little something missing from it. I don't know what it is, but... Oh! Brian, you gotta watch the show more often, bro. He says glow in the dark. Yes! If you see the movie, you'll understand, guys. You'll understand. Thank you, Brian. I love that. That's awesome. But again, it was missing something. There was something there that was sort of missing. I gotta give this one a 4 stars. Again, there was something missing. I don't know what it was, but there was just something that could have been a little more, yeah. But the glow in the dark, fuck, dude, I don't want to say, but you know the scene that I'm talking about, the one that, like, literally, I completely forgot. I don't know how long it's been, Brian, since you've seen this movie, but great scenes and funny as hell. And John Ritter, awesome. Like, yeah, so 4 stars for sure. And last but not least, this is the last movie on the list tonight. I just saw this last night. It's Adrift. I don't know if you guys have seen this movie or even heard of it, but I'm going to talk about Adrift. I thought it was going to be like the other garbage movies I saw when it came to the boats. Can't remember the names right now, but... Oh, okay, Triangle, I'll remember Triangle. That movie was really, really good. But I'm thinking of the other one, the one that was, like, really, really bad. And that was based on a boat, and the boat apparently was, like, possessed. Or not possessed, but it was, like... There was something going on there, and it was just a dumb movie. Like, all around stupid. Just dumb. But this movie... I got a problem with streamlined storytelling, meaning like, I prefer streamlined storytelling. I don't like stories that are chopped up and done in a very weird manner. I prefer a nice streamlined story. I think I understand why they chopped this up the way they did, but it was completely unnecessary. I did like the movie. Don't get me wrong. It was a great story, and obviously based on a true story too. I don't know if you guys know that, but I really liked the way that they went with the movie. It was a very good concept. I liked how they executed it, and there was a couple of things that I saw it coming. It's not like this was a big shocker, but the movie itself, they executed it very well. Again, there was something missing from this one. I was hoping for something a little more punchy, if you will, but all in all, the movie was good, so I'll give it a 4-star rating. It was a good movie. Definitely worth the watch. Slow, but at the same time, it reminded me a little bit of Castaway, so for those of you who like movies like Castaway, this is right up your alley. But it was done well. It was done well. That's why I'm giving it a 4 stars. So there you have it, guys. Again, I needed to get all those off my chest, just because I know if I come across next Tuesday, I'd probably forget all this stuff, especially with all the events that have happened. I do have some awesome news, and I want to share that with you guys right now. I'm very happy because after 2 months, I'm finally going to be able to see my lady Shannon. We've both been in our respective quarantines, so I haven't seen my woman in months. Like 2 months I haven't seen her. We were supposed to see each other when this whole nonsense began, and then obviously it began. We couldn't see each other, but she hasn't been working for 2 weeks. I haven't been working for 3 weeks. We're both fine. We're safe. Obviously, I was worried about what was going to happen. I was scared that I might catch something. I was on the front lines. She was on the front lines. We've both had a few weeks to sort of make sure we're okay. So my lady Shannon will be on the show Saturday. I'm pretty sure I'll be able to get her to be a part of it. And I can't wait because I have not seen my woman in 2 months. And I'm losing my mind. All I need is a hug. That's all I need. Oh man, I'm surprised. I got lots of viewers, but you guys are all quiet tonight. This is kind of shocking. I'm so used to all the comments flowing down that I could barely keep up half the time. But again, this show was, I normally don't do a show on Thursday nights, but this was definitely one that I had to do out of respect. Again, going back to the main reason I didn't do a show on Tuesday was because my aunt passed away on Tuesday. And the second I heard about this, I was completely, I literally shut down. And it was a very, very rough day for me. And I had to have a few beers because it was that bad. That's why I'm not drinking very quickly tonight. I was in a pretty emotional rut. And obviously a few days have gone through. And I kind of felt that, even though I missed the show on Tuesday, I had to do a show tonight, and I also wanted to do it in her memory, and I want to thank my cousins, Brian and Kathy, for letting me, do this. I really appreciate the fact that they called in as well, and Brian, I'm glad that you're watching. I hope that Kathy will see this eventually, but again, obviously with all the movie reviews aside, I kind of rushed through them. Normally I would get in depth with some of them especially, but tonight I was just like, yeah, it's not really about the movies. It's more about the memory of my aunt. And as I said before, she was such a strong person, and just what she has done for the family is just unbelievable. And she's such a great person, and she will be missed. I will love her forever. She will always be with me. I'm very happy. I know this sounds a little strange, but I'm very happy she's reunited with my dad and her brothers and sister as well. It's unfortunate. Obviously, it's a part of life. Oh my God! I forgot to mention my friend Davey. I mentioned that earlier in my other video that I did earlier. My friend Davey also passed away as well. A good friend of mine from high school, and again, the unfortunate part was I was gonna have him on the show after all this beer virus crap was done. I had actually contacted him back in January, and he was telling me that he was having health issues back then. I had a bad feeling. From what he was describing that something was going to happen, but obviously you don't think of that shit because you think that they're going to pull through. So my friend Davey, I do want to send out my condolences to my friend Davey as well. His name is Davey Neves. I honestly, when my aunt passed away, everything else just got thrown aside. I'm going to miss my friend Davey as well, and I would have loved to have him on the show. And one day, if I get permission from his family, I would like to play some of his music. He was an incredible accordion player, and it was just, very, very cultural guy, and just a big heart, and he was such a nice guy. So to have two people pass away in less than a week, it's been a mess. I was a mess. Tuesday I was just like, nah, man, no way. I can't do a show. There's no chance I could do a show. But, again, with the support from my family, especially my cousin Brian and Kathy, I was able to, dedicate the show tonight to my aunt. So, let me just read the comments here if there are any. Brian says thank you. No, thank you, man. Thank you for letting me do this. So, I'm not even going to promote, but you can watch the show. I have to mention Saturday nights right here on youtube.com/DFH Studios. I'm not going to deal with the other promotion right now because this is not about promotion. I had to put the banner ads up because I have prior commitments, if you will, or prior agreements. So whenever I do a show, but obviously that's a different story altogether. But ladies and gentlemen, I do want to take the time right now to remember my aunt once again. Her full name, I didn't know her full name until today, scaringly enough, is Judite Rego. Okay, that's how you say it in Portuguese. So I'm going to say it properly the way it should be said. So Judite Rego. I want to give my condolences to the family, and she was definitely one of the biggest parts of our family. We've lost a gigantic part of the family. So guys, thank you very much for watching. Thank you again to Kathy and Brian for calling in. I really, really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart, and it really means the world to me that you guys were on board and you were supportive of the show especially. So ladies and gentlemen, I know I've got that crazy music at the end. If I had had more time, I would have done something a little bit different, but disregard the music. But I do have to end the show, and that's my ending. So, but I do have something special for the family at the end. So, ladies and gentlemen, again, I just want to send out a big thank you and my condolences to the family, the Rego family, and of course my family, Morgado family. She's one of the last Morgados that was alive, and I send the best wishes to especially your father, Brian, Kathy, Silverio. I hope that we can see him for his 90th birthday. That would be great. So guys, take care. Cheers. My name is Del, and you've been watching a very, very special edition of Drinkin Yakkin. I'm just looking again at the comments. Okay, we're clear? All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to wish you all a good night, and I want you all to take care of yourselves, especially during this nonsense, and be safe. And hopefully I will see you all again on Saturday night with my lovely lady Shannon. All right, guys. Take care. Cheers.